What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another daily video. I wanted to do a quick video, hopefully, about Microsoft's messaging leading up to E3, some of these teaser trailers, and also the hidden messages within them that was discovered by people on the internet, and whether or not they actually truly mean something or other. Now, we talked about this on Xbox 2 podcast today with Jez Corden. Check that podcast out. Really, really good, in my opinion, obviously, but I'm biased. So yeah, you take a look at these commercials that they're running for Microsoft's conference on Sunday, only a few days away, and I like the tagline at the end. Feel true power. You know, Microsoft's been very upfront with Scorpio last year when they unveiled it that they wanted to build the most powerful console ever, and that tagline, feel true power, really kind of hits that point. It really gets that point across. I also like the visuals they use throughout the ad to make it seem almost like drug use per se. The hair standing up on people's skins, the eyes dilating. It really feels like, you know, these people are getting a true high. And I believe the ads are effective in getting people excited about what Xbox is going to show on Sunday. Feel true power is a very effective marketing slogan, just in the same way that greatness awaits is, or for the players. So feel true power, you can see it's kind of also in the Scorpio font that they debuted last year. So very interesting, really effective trailers. But now, of course, people on the internet, they always are digging for more information. So a lot of people went through and they went frame by frame through a couple of these ads, and they noticed some interesting things. Now, first off, in this one here that you'll see is a circus wheel. And on the tent on the left that is circled, you can see something that says 6 is greater than 4. Now, my first thought when I saw this was, oh boy, we console war now, because 6 is greater than 4 is referring to 6 teraflops greater than 4 teraflops. It's obviously on that thing for a reason. So, you know, they're pushing that our system is more powerful than your system in the way that Sony did the same. We all recall the 1080p makes you a better gamer stuff. These companies always are trying a way to push their system over the top in comparison to other systems. But man, 6 is greater than 4. Today in the chat room on Xbox 2, everybody was just going 6 is greater than 4. 6 is greater than 4. It was pretty cool to see. So obviously Microsoft is really going to focus heavily on this idea that Scorpio is that powerful, that 6 is greater than 4, and that you will feel true power. Now, in these other image that I'm going to show right now, you can see there's like a crowd, and also there is some like small writing that is kind of on the side, and it has a bunch of stuff. You see it's written X10S 101317. So a lot of people have been talking about this as a reference to a possible release date. Now, X10S might actually refer to the console itself. I mean, I'm not really sure. There was recently a trademark for Mysterious S logo that Microsoft made. Maybe they're going to call it the Xbox One XS. I don't know. But if you take the 101317 and you kind of remove the dash or move it around, you get with October 13th, 2017, which I've always have heard that the console was releasing in October. I just assumed it was going to be late October. But honestly, when you think about it, October 13th, if true, would be a great and fantastic release date for the console itself. A lot of the big games of the holiday come out towards the end of October and all through November, right? And you want Scorpio out before those games come out, so people can look to Digital Foundry and I'm sure this is what Microsoft is banking on, that Digital Foundry will do the comparisons and always, go in the favor of Scorpio. I know with Destiny 2, it's in September. That was always a lost cause. People have played it by then, and people are like, well, I'll get it on PlayStation because Scorpio's down the road. But when Call of Duty, Star Wars Battlefront, Need for Speed Payback, South Park, all these other games that we do or don't know about, or that are unannounced or whatever, if they come out after this release date, Scorpio will be out and will be a known quantity by then. So I think this would be a fantastic release date. I know it's Friday the 13th, but I'm not really a superstitious person. I just really think that's a good release date. Now, typically Microsoft does release their consoles on a Friday, so it kind of falls in line. And Shadow of War, which is a game that is going to market heavily with Xbox because they have the marketing deal, recently got delayed to October 10th. And people were wondering maybe that was a significance because that was the release date for Scorpio. I kind of thought it was, Red Dead Redemption was moving. Maybe they thought they could move into that slot. But if the release date really for Scorpio is October 13th, then it makes sense for a game that is heavily marketed with Scorpio and Xbox to come out that week. So I think that is a fantastic release date if true. Now, the other thing that happens, if you take those numbers and you put them in Google image search. Now, it doesn't really happen now because everybody's done videos about this and they've done articles about it. But if you put up X10S, 10131S, and the stuff in Google image search, what pops up is something unexpected, and it's a radio electronics ad for robots. And the header of the basic thing, it says, build this robot for under $400. So is this a coincidence too? It's no coincidence that they deliberately put those numbers in those ads. That's obviously not a coincidence. It is deliberate action. Does it mean anything? Maybe not. And yeah, 10, 13, 17 sounds like a release date. But also, does this hint that the system is going to be under $400? Could the answers be in the advertisements themselves? That is a pretty interesting thing if this was actually all turned out to be true, that it was all in these ads. And Scorpio at $400 would be a great price. It would signify Microsoft's willingness to aggressively go after Sony for a lot of different things. And it would show that it needs to compete. I know Michael Pachter says if it's greater than $400, it's dead on arrival. And I don't necessarily agree with him. If they could probably get away with selling it for $500, but I don't think it would have the impact that Microsoft is looking for if they didn't price it at $400. Microsoft, to get the impact that I think Microsoft wants, it needs to be $400. So the question is all this stuff Alex Jones conspiracy? Do these things mean anything? Is that the actual release date? Is that that string of numbers and letters? Does it actually mean that the system is under $400 because the first thing that comes back in Google image search is a robot? Very, very interesting questions, and we don't have long to wait to find out the answers to these things. We're what is this? It's Wednesday night. The conference is Sunday afternoon. So we don't have long at all. And I just can't wait to see what E3 is going to, bring us. Now, also, I should mention that maybe none of this has absolutely to do with anything. And it's just basically marketing, trying to get people hyped up for the product. They put these things in there because they know people will scan it frame by frame to find anything. And when people find anything, they think it means something. And they speculate on it like I'm doing right now, and it gets everybody excited. It builds the hype. It's basically marketing manipulation. But something tells me that that one of these things is true. I'm not sure if the date is true or the price is true, but I think one of them is true, or at least this thing is referring to one of them. I would prefer both to be true. Like, honestly, if Xbox Scorpio was announced for $400 and the release date was October 13th, that would be fantastic. I would be all for that. But if it wasn't, if it was sometime in November, because other people have said that 317 is in there as well, that's like November 13th, and the Xbox Scorpio astrological sign is October 23rd to November, so October 13th doesn't fall in there. So there's ways you can kind of say they're wrong, but who knows? But anyways, I just kind of want to talk about this because it is very, very interesting. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. What do you think about the $400? Is these numbers leading to that? Is the release date going to be October 13th? Is 6 really greater than 4? We console war now, baby. 6 is greater than 4. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know what you think in the comments. If you liked the video, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell to get notified. And I will see everybody tomorrow.